So Shane Gillis, if you're watching, I'm gonna tag you in this clip. Come on my podcast. Give me 20 minutes. Let's talk some football. Let's talk some stuff. I think he's an absolute legend. I think he's great. But that's awesome that you got to meet him.
Yeah.
I want to ask you. All right, so Shane Gillis.
The man.
This is like the reason that because I think Shane Gillis is so funny. And for everyone watching, everyone listening, we are talking about the Packers. I do have some stuff to say about Bears fans and like all the stuff that's going on. But you met Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis had a show for everyone who doesn't know at the Rush Center in Green Bay, and somehow stumbled upon Scott at a bar.
Yeah.
What bar were you at? Let's shout them out.
Shout out to Stadium View. He
just, Stadium View. I thought it
was Stadium right at the
that's your spot, right? You're at duties all the time. But Stadium View is my spot. I love Stadium View.
Yeah.
So break it down. Let us know. Shane Gillis, for people who don't know, a comedian. He's got a show on Netflix, Tires. I've actually watched the first season. I think it's great. I love Shane Gillis. He was fired by Saturday Night Live, but then came back after he got big and was the host or whatever. Shane Gillis, stand-up comedian. Like you can find his stuff on Netflix. I think he's hilarious. He's a different type of comedian, I feel like. But anyways, so walk us through this. How did this happen? He walks through the door. You're probably passed out drunk and he had to wake you up. What happened? Let us know.
So me and my buddies are standing at the front door, and he walks in with literally one security guard that's like 5'2". Big dude though, big stocky dude. He walks in, he goes, he's looking around, we getting hammered tonight, fellas? It's like, okay. So he walks right in, then this huge crowd just forms around him. And we're like, and he's just like, he's chatting with everybody, super humble, not like pushing people back and stuff, but he towered over everybody. He's like 6'4", 6'5", like this.
Really? Shane Gillis is tall?
He's extremely tall. He played college football at Elon University.
Actually, I've seen it. I've actually watched probably every Shane Gillis podcast he's done. Like he's done so much. Like he's a military dude, like in a brief type of way. He's done a lot of stuff. I absolutely love Shane Gillis. I think I don't want to get all weird.
Yeah.
But Shane Gillis, I think, is hilarious. I think he's good. But all right, so like, what happens here? All right.
So we're there sitting at the bar, we're chatting it all up, and standing in line to get a photo like everybody else is, fangirl moment.
Yeah.
We're standing up. My buddy goes, "We're gonna buy him shots." So of course I'm like, "All right, go get 3 shots of whatever." He's like, "Fireball." I'm like, "Ugh, not really wanting
Fireball."
We get up there, and he totally shuts my buddy down with shots. He's like, "Nah, dude, I don't want that." And so he gave it to his bouncer. So his bouncer his security guard was doing all the shots that people were buying. And this guy, by like 45 minutes into it, is just, after Shane went upstairs to go get some stuff, like nobody could find where he went. Like he's just walking around, like talking to all these people. And then, so he's upstairs talking to a bachelor party. I didn't get to talk to much of them, but everybody was buying him beer, buying him Bud Light, and he just was just ripping on people, just making jokes, and he asked us why did we trash Brett Favre like we did, and I said, "Who's that? Like Bert Favre?" And he's like, "Come on, like he's one of the best." Like, and then he's like, "What'd you guys do to Aaron Rodgers?" He says, "It was time to move on. Love is in the air, man. You just got to move on, So, but he was talking football, like he knows a lot. Like he's just
he definitely does. Like I've seen him on other podcasts. He's a football fan, like he knows it. So Shane Gillis, if you're watching, I'm gonna tag you in this clip. Come on my podcast. Give me 20 minutes. Let's talk some football. Let's talk some stuff. I think he's an absolute legend. I think he's great. But that's awesome that you got to meet him.
Yeah.
Along with like everyone else, because like no one, like anyone at that level can't go to a bar, especially like in Green Bay, like in a smaller town, and like everyone just on Twitter, like Shane Gillis is here. Everyone just swarming that bar. Shout out to Shane Gillis, and shout out to Stadium View, dude. Everyone, like, if you're coming to Green Bay, I don't care who you are, famous, not, like, you're stopping at Stadium View.
Yeah, and then towards the end of the night, when he came downstairs, back down, and like found the group of people, he's just like, everybody bought him Bud Light, so he kind of like stumbling in. And I told him, I was like, I was supposed to go to your show on that Saturday, and I said I had to work. And he's like, would you rather go to a show and sit far away from me, or just have some beers and close this bar down? I was like, well, let's close this bar down, like, So he stayed till bar closed. Like, we were there.
Dude, he stayed till bar. How long was he there for? Like hours?
I think. What time did we get there? We got there at like. Well, no, I got out of work at 10 o'clock, so it was like 10 to 2. He was there till. So that's a pretty good time, like a pretty good amount of time for.
Yeah, so he was having a good time. That's awesome, dude. That's who I wish he would be. That's who I'm glad he is, because you know what I mean. Like, I don't know.
Normal. He's just a normal guy. He's not one of these.
Oh, I know, but like hanging out with the people, you know what I mean? Like having a good time, like a regular folk didn't change. You know what I mean? I think that's what's cool is like when guys make it to a certain level, they're not like acting like they're better than, you know what I mean? They're not calling people civilians.
Yeah, or like, oh, you peasant, like get out of my way. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, oh, I'm not like these people. No, but that's awesome. Shout out to Shane Gillis, you know what I mean?